Hi Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to Ethernal Realms. Let's get into your January reading, see what's taking place for you. What's the major theme? We have full moon with completion, okay? So something coming to fulfillment and completion here, closing out a cycle. There is also clarity that comes in. Your intuition is super strong. You're emotionally attuned. You're forming meaningful connections. You're appreciating the people you are close with and the things that you enjoy doing. All right, so what's the top 3 highlights? We have Dragon, which says beware of self-delusion. Then the second, we have Horse, which says short journey. And the third one is a Valley, which says deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Okay, so there could be a short trip that you're taking. Beware of self-delusion. This could be like with the full moon combined, it could be enjoying too much or being too happy, where it kind of is like floating up in the skies. And you know what, once in a while it's okay, but it just says don't let it get out of hand, where you're planning for the future from that type of perspective. And I really like that we have the Valley here as well, which means that you're not letting this get out of hand. You are definitely very strong in yourself. You also have a good idea of what reality is. And of course, it's a Capricorn month and also Aquarian, and both zodiacs are all about objectivity and practicality. So these air itself is not trying to encourage self-delusionment or so on. If it was Pisces season, I would be more concerned about this. But it does say like their intuition is really strong, but that's not the only factor to take into account. Okay, that's the only thing. And yeah, you could be taking a short journey, you could be going for runs, exercising more, going to explore nearby places, your community, things like that. In terms of work and finances, yeah, anything that you put in effort and attention is going to bring you success. It also says that you are feeling balanced all in all. You're feeling as though everything is in harmony. You are moving forward in the right direction. You have nice people. You're traveling once in a while. And all in all, you're feeling quite fulfilled in this month. So let's get into the specifics. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So this one corresponds with home and family. Definitely feeling as though you have a lot of people surrounding you. 10 of Pentacles also is about building a legacy for your future family. It could be looking at what things are solid by your side, and Capricorn season is a very nice time to think about legacy, to be honest, and about planning for the future, having aspirations and kind of putting in the everyday work. So it's not just about dreaming very big, but it's also breaking it down into sub goals and getting started on day one and keeping at it until you achieve the goals. So definitely brings about that practical vibe of Capricorn here, but you're really happy with where things are right now. You have supportive people and you have enough financial blessings as well. There could be some luck coming in. Elephants are about wisdom and luck and fortune as well, especially the white elephant. So bringing in a lot of knowledge and wisdom you could have learned a lot from 2022, and you're really feeling secure for this year and this month specifically. So apart from that, yeah, there could be some financial gains and bonuses that you get, could come from family, inheritances and other gifts. Okay, so next we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so this one is about being a little bit reflective. It could be overindulgence as well, is something I'm getting. So the self-delusion with this, there could be some overindulgence, and if it goes too far, yeah, it can feel a little bit crappy the next day, right? So yeah, the Hanged Man is kind of reminding me of that. But apart from that, it's about trying to find the right balance such that you can enjoy and have a very nice time with yourself, with other people, and in everything that you do. So I feel like in this month, you're trying to find that right balance. You're reflecting on last year, perhaps, and you are kind of looking at what is feasible, what is not, what has not worked out, and so on. Introspective vibe for sure. Hangman is about looking at different perspectives. So the different people that are surrounding you, they could be, having different opinions than you, or they are planning differently than you. And, whenever they talk about it, or when you ask them about it, you find that there are different things that different people are prioritizing. If any of that resonates with you, then you can make that a priority of yours as well. It's all in all a very let go and surrendered position, and trying to see what comes. There could be a longer period of break here that you're taking, or it could be a little bit tough to get back to work after the holidays. So the Hangman is like a lethargic pace of moving forward, almost still, but there's a lot of transformation that is taking place in the times that you are taking a pause. So this short journey could be after you come back from your winter holidays, you are going again for some other trip, and that itself can qualify as a break, but then in that trip itself you're learning a lot and you're discovering a lot about yourself. Then we have the Sun, which is really awesome because it talks about light and positivity. It's about clarity as well. We have the Sun and the full moon. So your parent figures could be super pivotal in this time. They could offer you some pieces of advice or show you a different perspective of things. They could be, helping you kind of realize your priorities at this time, or they are changing their priorities, and it kind of makes you think of your future and how you would do things when you are their age or something of that sort. The Sun also is about feeling very youthful, stepping into your inner child, doing what makes you happy, doing something creative and fulfilling, and so on. So definitely a very happy month throughout. Hangman is also quite nice because I don't feel any force, like no one's forcing you to do something or deliver something really amidst a tight deadline or something. And if there is, then you're feeling very secure because either you've already done the work or it's quite easy to do, something like that. Sun also represents authority figures, so you could be stepping into an authority role, or it could be that you have good relationships with your father figure and your authority, other authority and mentor figures in your life. Okay, so let's see your oracles. What else do we have? We have your soul shine. So the Sun is definitely, representing you. It looks like it's saying that your original nature is really shining. And it could again represent that you have a deep sense of excitement and fulfillment that is not dependent on the outside world. It's very much coming from an inner space. Also, you have great intuition and connectedness with yourself. You're also quite empathetic here. And with the Sun, you're shining. You could be in a spotlight of sorts. Even the Ten of Pentacles, this particular imagery, this elephant is standing on a stage. So it could be that you're presenting something and you're really confident. All right, then we have change maker, make waves. All right, certain changes happening. We do have 3 planets turning direct, so yeah, changes are kind of inevitable, and those would be the planets of action, Mars, the planet of the mind and logic, which is Mercury, and the planet of higher mind or epiphanies and spontaneous changes, which is Uranus. So a lot of planet changes means that it's a pivotal time and there is a switch in direction in certain things that we've been doing for the past couple of months. So change maker, make waves is bringing in more prosperity for you. You're really happy with the shifts here, it looks like. And Hangman is quite that, you're moving ahead and then you just flip the perspective and then you flip back again. That flipping action is sort of the Hangman, where it constantly is evaluating what is out there and what is within and what is within and what is outside. There's meaningful changes for sure. Some of them could be unexpected, but there's nothing that you cannot kind of overcome. I don't see that there's a problem really, unless the tendency with the Sun is that everything is amazing, everything is great, and there's nothing that could go wrong. But that would be an act of self-delusion here with the dragon, because everything is prone to change. I think that's what this card is as well saying, that enjoy the moment and live in the moment and really love it and so on and so forth. But, don't think that each and everything is going to remain as it is, because if you think that, or if you hold on to that expectation, then there will be disappointment. Meanwhile, if we're just like, hey, you know what, I don't know what the future brings, or I don't have to care about the specifics too much and just going to enjoy what is right now, then you're happy in all circumstances. Okay. I was getting something else, but I'm really missing it. Oh yeah, so with the sun, it's all really bright, so the shadows are not visible. So there could be some missed details. So if you're trying to rush through something, that might not work in the long run. There might be a need to reevaluate things. Also, Hangman can talk about past projects that were incomplete or not yet fully developed, or there were some errors and things like that will come up for revision and editing. Okay. So we have poetry coming up next, definitely feeling artistic, a little bit indulgent, and it's that floating in the air type of vibe that I'm getting through on the clouds. So really very good sense of fulfillment, transcendental bliss, and so on. We have Journey coming up with the butterflies. 3 butterflies, I see it reminds me of 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. You could be surrounding yourself with friends. You could be traveling to meet your friends, coming back home from a journey, things like that. But with a short journey, it can be that you're taking another trip after coming back from your vacations or spending time with your loved ones. It can also be a metaphorical journey, by the way, like an internal sense with the Hanged Man especially, that you're looking inward and you're kind of reflecting on things. You're seeing, mapping out your feelings is something I hear. You're seeing if you resonate with the home that you live in, or with the family members that you have, or the friends that you have, the work that you do, the way that you travel, the lifestyle you have, things like that. So there could be a form of reflection where you're like, I come back from home and I don't feel so great in my house, or vice versa. And there is a need of adjustment moving forward, because we see the butterflies and that signifies change coming through. And once again supplements the idea that we got earlier, that even though you're taking another break or going on a short journey of sorts, a trip, a day trip perhaps, it is being very pivotal for you. Okay, then we have home. All right, so we talked about home a lot, but it could be that you're looking for homes. Maybe you're looking for an ideal home, building your own home, trying to gather up your resources so that you can buy your own, things like that. Relocation. And also there could be a thought of what is home to you now. You know, there could be a change in that way. The sun also represents children. So I did say inner child. Perhaps you went to your childhood home, coming back from there, visiting them, being childlike and making a home wherever you go. That's one option. And if you have children, then you're spending more time with them, going out with them. I'm also getting picnics for some. Poetry, picnic, spending some time. I know it's not really a picnic weather in the northern hemisphere, perhaps if you live in the southern hemisphere or you're traveling somewhere south, then you know it could be a nice time for you. What else? But even without that, you're spending some really good time. There is a lot more optimism in this month in general. All right. Yeah, taking short trips could be rejuvenating and transformative and enjoyable as well. So if you're not planning on taking a short trip, perhaps doing so would be very nice and refreshing for you. Okay, so for Libras, please. January. We have the second house, Gemini and Mars. So Mars is in Gemini at this time and will be in January throughout the month. So it was retrograde in this time, so it could have been that you have too many contacts, too many communication, or you had to travel a lot. Short distances, long distances is kind of relative, perhaps short distance, but also connecting with your relatives or your siblings if you have any. Also, it could be that you had a lot of ideas and many things happening parallelly in the previous month since October, September, 2022. So in this time, again, anything that has been left incomplete or was not done very thoroughly is going to come around and come into resolution. Things move forward and there are more conclusions that we can find in this month. Second house corresponds with self-worth, and also money. And it looks like there are some, if money has been blocked or stuck in some way, then it's going to start moving ahead. The second house for you would be Scorpio, if we go by the rising sign, and that is about shared resources. It's about how you deeply feel about money. How do you associate with money? Do you see it as something dark or as a very powerful force that is quite neutral in nature, things like that? So those ideas can come up, and that kind of determines how you move forward. Like, do you share your resources, or do you think it is fine to keep your own and not take loans, or not have a shared account with your partner if you have one, things like that? These things could come up. Also can talk about family money. So where do you send that money? Do you build another account? Things like that on a practical level. All in all, there is definitely more clarity if you when Mars goes direct. That would be on the 12th of January. So around 15th onwards, it's all going to start moving forward and become more clear. Also, you have good ambition, by the way, and you have mental power, competency. You're able to make money. You're driven to work for something that is providing value to you. There could be some spending, and if you spend, then it could be quite expensive stuff, or it could be one really expensive thing, or it could be little things that are adding up to be much. So that's where, again, the self-delusion can come in, where you're feeling as though, oh, I have enough money, I can just spend it however I want. That's unlikely because, you know, Scorpio is a fixed sign, but still, if you're looking at your Libra sun or moon, then, you know, your rising or your second house would be different. So yeah, take it as it resonates. What else am I getting? There is an increase in resolution for sure. So if you have set New Year's resolutions, there could be a retake of the resolution towards the end of the month. And that's the one which is more likely to stick, because all the planets will be direct by the 21st. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Libras. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.